Well, good afternoon, everybody. Well, at least it's an afternoon for me. Wherever you are at the time in which you watch this video, and maybe any time of day. So, therefore, good day, whatever time, I'm going too far into that. This is another exciting game of war robots. And you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in this game. First off, I came out with my Griffin, with the aphids and the Tarans. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do some damage here. But it became apparent early that these guys were going to have some mid-range on their side. Right there. And that guy with the Zeuses, he's going to hit me a couple more times, actually. Yeah, I thought I was behind cover there, but he came over just a little bit to get me. And I chose the one guy with the shield to fire at. So what did I do there with that? 0 damage? Good job, I.B.B. So I decided that, let me just think about this for a little bit because that didn't go so well. So I decide, you know what, I'm just going to bring out my carnage with tridents and I'll see how far I get with this. I know at this point I'm up against a full clan. Actually, it's -1. So I think there's 5 of them. And I looked at their name after I played this game, and it was kind of hard to make it out. I think they are called Dark Nation. I'm not sure. Sometimes the hieroglyphics can be kind of hard to decipher. So if you know these guys, if you know this clan, and I have named them incorrectly, please let me know. I will fix that in the description. Because I want to give clans their due respect. Because I'm all about respect. So the rest of this game is sort of going to take on the characteristics of what this game in general has taken on here recently. And it's not really the way that I like to play the game. I am more of a knife fighter kind of a guy. But a lot of people are playing this game at a mid-range level recently. And so if you can't beat them, you got to join them. You know what I mean? So I am going to do my best. I realize that I have a couple of mid-range players on my side as well. I've got the Fury off to my left, and then there's also that Natasha over there as well. And I am going to do my best to try and keep an eye on who they're firing at, and then I'm going to fire at them as well. And there's something in this game that I don't quite understand. A lot of people have this philosophy of they're just going to push over here to our right side and take this side beacon. And that is not something that I really do. You rarely see me push over to their side beacon on this map to take theirs unless I've got a clean shot at it. Like all of their players are over pushing our right side, and so maybe I'll go over there and test their right side. Now I may do that, but in an instance like what you saw with that Rhino where he just sort of came barreling over here and there were obviously at least 3 players aiming at him, he still thought it was a good idea to come over here and do that. And yes, he did get that beacon, but it's a short-term thing and he had to sacrifice a bot for that. I guess you can play it like that if that's the way you want to do it. That is not something that I choose to do most of the time. To each his own, I suppose. Because it wasn't like my team had completely left that side unguarded. We were over there, and we had mid-range on our side. And so I guess I just don't understand why you would come over there and and do that at that particular moment in the game. Like this Griffin right here. He probably could have been a little bit more useful trying to do something else. I'm not quite sure. Maybe get that side beacon, hold your home beacon, and get the center beacon, and then just, you know, defend. But not everybody plays the game like that. So, and I have been in games where people have come over and they have just plowed their way through on beacons and we lose it quick. So I guess that strategy does work from time to time. So, matchmaking since update 2.6.1. Give you a little update on that one. At first I thought it had evened out, but then I ran into a section of games where I was matched up against maxed players. I mean, they had maxed hangers, and I don't know, maybe I just played well enough in the league that I had gotten myself into, and they had bumped me up another league. And then maybe I didn't play well enough to stay in that league, because then after a couple of days, the competition sort of came back down to my level as well. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with matchmaking. It's sort of an iffy proposition every time you hit the 2 battle button. You never quite know what it is that you're going to get yourself into. And Pixonic still hasn't put the functionality back into the game where you would be able to see what league it is that you're playing in. And these guys were relentless coming over here to this right side. I guess I didn't really pick up on it when I was playing the game, but now that I'm watching it here and doing this post commentary, it's quite apparent that they sent a lot of bots. They sacrificed a lot of bots coming over here. So, Dark Nation, if you are watching, take it for what it is. I guess I'm not going to complain about it. It provided easy targets, I guess. And this guy, I don't know if this guy's been in this game, in this bot, this entire game. But I just ended his run in that one, that's for sure. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I have new gameplay videos every single day. Click the thumbs up or thumbs down button. That's always a good thing. Leave a comment down below. And these guys put up a good fight, but we're going to bring this one in for a win. And just for good measure, I'm just going to cap this beacon. Icing on the cake, I suppose. Anyway, good job, Dark Nation. And I've gotten myself into a habit of checking some hangers at the end of these games, and so I'm just gonna check to see what the top scorer on the red team was all about. And it looked like this guy was actually from a different clan, Dark Forge, but the second guy here, the Predator, it looks like the clan name might be Dark Nation, if I'm seeing that correctly. Anyway, good game.